the traveling public expects aviation to be the safest mode of transportation around the world. And the FAA's International Aviation Safety Assessment Program, called IASA, is one of its proven, long-standing methods to make sure those expectations are met. To understand IASA, we have to turn back the clock. First, to 1944 Chicago, where the Convention on International Civil Aviation established the ICAO, the International Civil Aviation Organization, a United Nations agency which helps 193 countries to cooperate together and share their skies to their mutual benefit. Now, a bit of a jump to 1992, the year the FAA's IASA program was established. As code shares and alliances were formed with U.S. air carriers, greater focus was placed on foreign air carrier safety oversight. The FAA wanted to ensure aviation safety remained strong. The IASA program was formally established in the Federal Register August 24, 1992, with the purpose of ensuring that all foreign air carriers operating to or from the U.S. or code-sharing with a U.S. carrier are properly certificated and subject to safety oversight provided by a competent civil aviation authority in accordance with ICAO standards. It is with that clear purpose the U.S. works with countries whose air carriers seek to operate in the U.S. Throughout the IASA process, we recognize our shared commitment to strengthen aviation safety oversight, to comply with ICAO standards, and of course, meet the safety expectations of the flying public. In this regard, the FAA values its engagement with a country's civil aviation authority. The FAA regularly communicates issues it identifies and works with the country on how to address those issues. The FAA normally utilizes a 4-person IASA team to conduct an initial assessment or reassessment, consisting of a team lead, an operations inspector, an airworthiness inspector, and an attorney. Teams assess a country's ability to adhere to ICAO safety standards. Specifically, there are 8 critical elements of a safety oversight system related to personnel licensing, operation of aircraft, and continuing airworthiness of aircraft. The IASA teams check aspects such as availability of training centers to ensure qualified and trained personnel, access to technical guidance and resources, and how a country certificates and authorizes operations. In total, there are over 300 questions and checks that correspond to an ICAO standard. This ICAO checklist is available to the public on the FAA's website. The IASA assesses each country into one of 2 categories. Category 1, which means they comply with ICAO standards for oversight, or Category 2, which means that country does not comply with ICAO standards for oversight. A country's assessed category is then made public. However, if a country already has a Category 1 with established service to the U.S., and it is reassessed as a Category 2, then some mitigations are put in place. First, their level of service to the U.S. would be frozen. Second, code sharing with another U.S. airline would only be permitted one way. No U.S. carrier codes will be allowed on foreign carriers. Through the implementation of the IASA program, the FAA has seen tangible improvements in the level of international aviation safety oversight. Overall, the IASA program contributes to a larger global aviation safety system through engagements, education, and accountability. When the IASA program first began, the FAA determined that over 66% of assessed countries with operators seeking U.S. service did not meet ICAO standards. Now, 90% of countries with an IASA rating are Category 1, and as the IASA program continues, it will bring that percentage even higher. That improvement is something the global aviation community can be proud of.